and I work at this top consulting firm, and my client is the Pentagon. So I'm embedded in the Pentagon. I work in the Joint Staff, which is the top military command. When she lost, I went into the intelligence community and I became an FBI special agent. So I became a spy hunter. So I was a counterintelligence agent, special agent at the FBI.
What's your overall assessment of Trump?
He's a sociopathic narcissist who is only interested in advancing his name, his wealth, and his fame.
Is there anything you can do to protect American people from the stuff that he might try to do?
I'm in conversation with a couple of retired generals to try to explore what we can do.
Who were the retired generals that you were going to talk to?
They're like 1, 2, or 3 star generals and admirals. You probably know maybe 4 stars. So I also have a big day tomorrow, probably the biggest day of all. So we have this huge meeting with military leaders in a very secure room called the Tank.
Ooh.
So we have a tank meeting with all of the top leaders in the United States military tomorrow on my topic that I prepared.
So it went well.
I think it went well. It's very sensitive information. We're gonna have to keep it between us. I specialize in artificial intelligence and emerging technologies like quantum, cybersecurity. Yeah.
What's quantum? I haven't heard of it.
Quantum is incredibly fast supercomputing that doesn't yet exist but will soon exist. And when it does, it will change everything.
Hegseth.
Hegseth.
Hegseth. Who's that?
Secretary of Defense. He's cheated on all his wives, all his girlfriends. He's had some sexual assault allegations. He's an alcoholic. There's a lot of observations of him drinking. You're not a spy? You're not trying to collect information from me?
I wish I was. That'd be cool.
Well, with me, literally with a former FBI agent, so you're gonna be safe. I became an FBI special agent, so I became a spy hunter.
You're a spy hunter, you say? Well, I'm a spy hunter too, but I'm evidently a better spy hunter than you. Jamie Mannina describes how he met Hillary Clinton in the mid-2000s when he was here at George Washington University pursuing a master's degree. He then followed Hillary Clinton to the State Department where he worked.
This person I met in college was Hillary Clinton. So I met her in college, and I worked for her since college. And then when she became Secretary of State, I followed her to the State Department, and that's how I worked there. And then she almost won again, right, in 2016.
So after Jamie Mannina worked for Hillary Clinton, he then became a special agent here at the FBI to, in his words, catch Russian spies, because according to Jamie, he's a spy hunter who specializes in counterintelligence.
When she lost, I went into the intelligence community and I became an FBI special agent because I was so upset. I was really angry. I wanted to catch Russian spies, Chinese spies, because they had really affected the outcome I felt in 2016. So I became a spy hunter. So I was a counterintelligence agent, special agent at the FBI.
After experiencing 4 years of a volatile economy, America is facing record inflation and a massive threat to the U.S. dollar. Experts are warning the stock market could crash and we could be facing a recession. In these uncertain times, I recommend gold to my audience, and I trust Fisher Capital as my official gold partner. Not only have my friends at Fisher delivered hundreds of millions of dollars in gold to their clients, they have also proven to be vigilant and right on the front line, supporting causes that make our country stronger and better. Fisher Capital is the largest corporate partner for Turning Point USA. Close friends of OMG, we appear at their events every December and continues to make sure the new administration is successful. Based on my experience and client testimonials, the team at Fisher Capital consists of some of the most caring and compassionate individuals in finance today. And when you click the link, you will qualify for an exclusive offer only available to my listeners, where you can get up to $20,000 of free silver with your qualifying purchase. When you speak with Fisher, make sure to mention that James O'Keefe sent you. Our portfolios are too important to trust to stocks and bonds alone. Protect yourself with gold today and get it from Fisher Capital. Go to FisherOMG.com. That's FisherOMG.com. FisherOMG.com. Jamie Mannina, after working at the State Department, got a job as a special advisor to the Joint Chiefs of Staff at the Pentagon as a consultant.
And I work at this top consulting firm, and my client is the Pentagon. So I'm embedded in the Pentagon. I work in the Joint Staff, which is the top military command.
So your boss is the Joint Chief? Is that what you said?
Yeah, the chairman.
Did I say it right?
The chairman of the Joint Chiefs.
Jamie works at the Pentagon with senior officials there regarding artificial intelligence technologies that, to quote Jamie, don't yet exist. He says they're going to, quote, change everything, and he talks about secret tank meetings there with senior officials. He mentioned one meeting that was going to happen literally the next day.
I specialize in artificial intelligence and emerging technologies like quantum, cybersecurity. Yeah.
What's quantum? I haven't heard of it.
Quantum is incredibly fast supercomputing that doesn't yet exist but will soon exist. And when it does, it will change everything. So that's what I do.
In their first encounter, our undercover reporter met with Jamie inside this Spanish restaurant where we set up a hidden camera inside. I myself was in disguise, sitting at the bar, getting camera B, and the spy who hunts spies disclosed all the information about the secret meetings with our undercover journalist.
So I also have a big day tomorrow, probably the biggest day of all. So we have this huge meeting with military leaders in a very secure room called the Tank.
Ooh.
So we have a tank meeting with like all of the top leaders in the United States military tomorrow on my topic that I prepared.
Are you serious?
So I have to go to that meeting, and I've waited.
Wait, I'm getting nervous for
I've
you.
waited 3 years. 3 years,
Whoa.
and now it's finally gonna happen. Yeah. So like the chairman of the Joint Chiefs is the #1 military officer for the United States.
Okay.
He's leading the meeting. The vice chairman, the director of the Joint Staff, every commander of all the combatant commands, so European Command, African Command, Northern Command, Southern Command, Pacific Command, Cyber Command, Strategic Command, and Transportation. Oh, and then Special Forces.
Wow.
Yeah, and Space Command. So they'll all be there. The chiefs of the Army, the Navy, the Air Force, the Space Force, and then OSD policy. So that's we're going to talk about AI.
So what are your talking points going to be?
That this is a very serious subject. We need to take it seriously. We need to overcome a lot of bureaucratic obstacles. We need to work better with partners, international partners. We need to, think creatively to avoid overclassification, which really prohibits the ability to share information across very quickly. Everyone has a habit in the intelligence world to overclassify something because they don't want to get in trouble. So once you label it as top secret, no one's going to see it.
Oh.
And we have to share this with another country because we need to fight together. And you can't fight together with this kind of inability to share war-fighting information.
Jamie, the advisor to the Joint Chiefs, attacked incoming Defense Department boss Pete Hegseth, stating Hegseth has a drinking problem and has cheated on all his wives.
Hegseth.
Hegseth.
Hegseth. Who's that?
He is a Fox News TV correspondent on Saturday.
So, what is he gonna do in the government?
Great question.
What's his job gonna be?
Secretary of Defense. It's possible he'll make it in. Yeah, it's possible. He also has a drinking problem. He's also cheated. He's been married 3 times.
Oh no.
He's cheated on all of his wives, all of his girlfriends. He's had some sexual assault allegations.
What?
Yep. This is all in the news, yeah. He's an alcoholic. There's a lot of observations of him drinking.
Jamie Mannina, advisor to the Pentagon, former special agent with the FBI, makes it clear what he thinks about incoming President Donald Trump.
What's your overall assessment of Trump? If you were to do a broad take on him.
He's a sociopathic narcissist who is only interested in advancing his name, his wealth, and his fame. He's had a lifetime of cheating. He's habitually addicted to lying about himself to advance his personal interests. And I question his loyalty to anyone but himself.
What does it look like for you, moving forward and he's the president? Does that impede what you do? Are you concerned about what's going to happen with that?
So far, I'll be fine, but yeah, I'm not going to lie, I'm a little worried. But I'll be, for now, fine.
Is there anything you can do to protect American people from stuff that he might try to do?
I mean, I can't do anything other than my job, which is, protecting American interests on artificial intelligence. Outside of that, I'm in conversation with a couple of retired generals to try to explore what we can do. I have a meeting, in fact, tomorrow about it.
Really?
Got me opening up myself to you already, telling you things I wouldn't normally tell.
In recent months, many of our fellow Americans experienced unprecedented natural disasters and damaged infrastructure, making access to healthcare essentials impossible at the very moment it was needed. When disaster strikes, being prepared is your best defense. And now I'm excited to share with you the brand new Field Emergency Kit from our friends at the Wellness Company. The ultimate survival kit for any situation where medical help is not an option. Inside this rugged, waterproof case, you'll find essential medications that cover over 60 conditions that you can encounter, along with a detailed 85-page doctor-written guidebook. This ultimate kit includes amoxicillin, an essential for treating bacterial infections, and antivirals and antiparasitics like hydroxychloroquine and ivermectin, medications that are critical in situations where you're exposed to respiratory viruses or parasites. And for those facing potentially life-threatening allergic reactions, the field kit includes epinephrine, the generic EpiPen, along with vital first aid supplies such as tourniquet and wound and burn treatments. Natural disasters are happening at record rates, so I urge everyone to get the ultimate field emergency kit from our friends and supporters at the Wellness Company by going to twc.health/OMG, twc.health/OMG, that's twc.health/OMG. And now you can save 15% just by using code OMG at checkout. During the next meeting, our undercover reporter asked about how the meeting inside the tank at the Pentagon went.
So it went well? Were there...
I think it went well. It's very sensitive information. We're going to have to keep it between us. You're going to go blog it.
I threw away the key.
Guess what this guy told me? Just so that we overclassify, and I think I may have said this to you during dinner, that we overclassify information. So when we overclassify information, it doesn't allow us to actually, communicate effectively when we're actually trying to implement some sort of operation, right? So if we're playing a team sport and we're both representing a part of the field, right? And we both have different pieces of information as to how we're going to do our job to play the game and win. but we're not coordinating because we don't tell each other the need to know information.
Yeah.
And then the second one was, the enemy is, we're not the only ones using science. So the enemy is using science too. You're not a spy? You're not trying to collect information from me?
I wish
kidding.
I was.
I'm
That'd
just
be
kidding.
cool.
Well, with me, you're literally with a former FBI agent, so you're gonna be safe.
Jamie Mannina reveals he has been working with 2-, 3-, and 4-star generals to see what they can do about President Trump's upcoming term.
Who were the retired generals that you were going to talk to?
Well, there's many of them, but this Rear Admiral, I know there's a Major General in the Army, so those are the two that I talked to the most, but yeah, I talked to quite a few.
Would I know them all? Or would I know any of them?
No, they're like 1, 2, or 3 star generals and admirals. You probably know maybe 4 stars.
Isn't there one named Millie? Is that a name?
Yeah. He was my former boss. He doesn't know me, and he'll probably not be involved in something like this. But yeah, he's around. Yeah, Millie's around.
Jamie Mannina told us that he was working day and night to defeat President Trump, and that had Kamala won, Jamie would have received a pretty big job.
I will also confess to you that over the last most of the year, since this spring, I was working with these retired generals, retired ambassadors, in this organization, this nonprofit called National Security Leaders for America. And what we were doing was we were trying to explain to the American people the national security consequences of another Trump presidency. And I'm usually reluctant to kind of lead with this or explain this because I don't want to overly sound too political. But this organization tried to defeat Donald Trump. We tried to engage the American public. We, conducted hundreds of interviews. I myself wrote and published 110, 120 op-eds in newspapers across the country. I did a lot of writing, the most writing I've done in my life. And I would write not in my name, but I would be a ghostwriter, and I would let the other general, put their name on it. And so some articles landed in some pretty big papers, the Wall Street Journal, the National Journal, all those stuff. So I was literally working day and night, nonstop. So when he won, I was really, frankly, depressed. I was really sad, really depressed. Not only in terms of the mission failure, but of course, I was hoping to advance my career. Had she won, I would have gotten a pretty big job.
Jamie Mannina, the advisor to the Joint Chiefs, stated that President Trump will entertain the idea of staying past his 4-year term.
I predict Trump will probably entertain publicly the idea of staying in office, or changing the laws to stay in office, which he's not allowed to do.
Yeah, that's crazy.
By Constitution. But he'll probably suggest it, and there'll probably be an effort to try. And then there'll be pressure and anger, and then, Republicans will try to then probably anoint a leader to maintain his welfare and his ability to not go to jail. Because he doesn't want to go to jail.
Right.
That's all that matters.
If you're on the inside of the Pentagon or any government institution and notice corruption, reach out to us via email, tips@o'keefemediagroup.com, or text us at 914-491-9395, and an OMG journalist will get back to you soon. Thank you, and stay tuned.